Hello friends, today we want to find out the function of auto indexing to set the for loop count. For that purpose, I first create a array, one dimensional array. I just use a blank array and just drag and drop control over here. In this case, as you see, these are unassigned values. So I just assigned a value 1 over here. In this case, array contains 3 elements. Okay, so I just go to the block diagram window. Over here I just drag and drop a for loop and I just connect this for loop to the for loop with auto indexing on. In this case, as you see, auto indexing tunnel is on. So I want to check how many times my loop run. So for that purpose, I just create an indicator over here and I want to check this value. So this is the loop value. In this case, I am not connecting this loop count. Okay, so I just hit on run button. As you see, my loop will run 3 times, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so from here the conclusion is that the number of array elements will decide how many times my for loop will run. So I just take another array, I just drag and drop this, and in this case my array will contain, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. Okay, and in that case I just drag and drop another for loop and I want to connect this array to this, and I just drag and drop this to this, and in this case I want to check out how many times my loop run. Numeric 2 will tell me how many times my loop will run. So when I hit on run button, as you see, my loop will run only 3 times, 0, 1, 2, because in this case, when for loop is connected with the 2 different arrays or 3 different arrays, one dimensional arrays with different number of elements, like array, this array contains only 3 elements, this array contains 5 elements. So my loop will run only 3 times. Lower number of array will decide the count of loop. So this is the another case, and now we go to the a different case. So I just drag and drop a for loop. In this case, I just set the loop count like 10, and in this case I just connect this array. Over here I want to check how many times my loop will run. So for that purpose, to check out, I just increment this because iteration will start from 0. I just create an indicator over here, and this indicator will tell me how many times my loop will run, because in this case my n is set to 10 and my array contains only 3 elements. So I just go and hit on run button. As you see, my loop will run only 3 times. So from here I'm concluding that if an array is connected to the for loop with auto indexing, or if multiple array is connected to the for loop with auto indexing on, in that case lower array means the array with lower number of elements will decide the loop count. Okay, and in the case of if you connect the loop count also, in that case also the lower number of elements will decide the loop count. If, for example, if I put 1 over here, in that case 1 will decide the loop count. So for that I want to check, this is my loop count, output. So as you see, 1 is there. So in that case, out of this and this, which is lower, it will decide the for loop, how many times the for loop will run. Okay, so this is how you can operate different functions using for loop. Thank you.